Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here is a bonus feature of me decorating the front of our home. As I have mentioned before, we have an association. We're part of an association here in our townhome. So we aren't really able to decorate early. So I was just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. What are they going to do? So I decided to go ahead and start decorating for the Halloween season. Now, you are seeing me decorate with this at-home store wreath, but unfortunately, it does not work out, and I will mention it later on in the video. I did not like the way that it looked, but I do hope that you guys enjoy this, and make sure to stay tuned for the decorating of my witch's hutch, which will be right after the decorating of my front home. You guys may remember that these are the pumpkins that I recreated, kind of like the Pottery Barn inspired look, using the terracotta paint from Michael's, and the pumpkins were originally from Walmart and they were in an orange and white color. So I loved the way that these look. All that I needed to do now was add a candle on the inside of each of them, which are some thrifted battery powered candles that I found at Goodwill last year, and I just really love the way that this looked, and it just really ties it all well. I haven't decided if I'm going to be buying more pumpkins, but I really do feel like I could use a lot more pumpkins. You guys know that I absolutely love decorating with pumpkins. Here is a look of what I thought was the final look on how I was going to display everything. But like I mentioned before, you guys, I just did not like the wreath from the at-home store. I felt like it really got lost in our brown colored door. So while I was shopping at Home Goods, I found this beautiful wreath, which I think will really make such a huge difference. And it was $24.99, which I do say is a little pricey. I did try to see if I could find one thrifted, but I just had no luck, and I wanted to decorate the front of our home already. So I just absolutely fell in love with this one. The detail on all the roses, the pops of orange with the black, and then even the skull, and then it has like this mirrored image behind the skull, which I think really makes it pop out. So I just think that this looks absolutely fabulous. So you guys will have to let me know what you guys thought about my decorating for the front of my home, and also check out where the wreath from the at-home store ended up. I added it into my decorated corner that features the witch's landing. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and I know a lot of you are excited for today's video. So this is going to be another decorate with me for Halloween edition, and we are going to tackle my hutch right here on the background. So I'm very excited to get started with this video. If you're new, welcome. If you guys love decorating, going out to the thrift stores, looking at estate sales, finding vintage items, shopping for Halloween and Christmas, and so much more, this is the channel for you. I welcome you guys to hit that subscribe button and become a member here of the Golden Finds family. For those of you guys that are returning, as always, thank you so much, you guys, for always coming back. It really means a lot to me for your support always. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tackle on this hutch. So it's going to be decorated using everything from new finds to thrifted finds to estate sale finds, you name it. It may have been in a haul or it may not have been. I've honestly lost track of everything that I have for this hutch. Now I'm going to showcase the items that I plan to use, you guys, but this is not all going to fit into the hutch. I don't want to overcrowd it. Just a little bit of information for those of you who have not seen one of my hutch decorate with me's. This is a vintage hutch that I found on OfferUp, and it was such a good price. It has one, I count the top as a shelf, so 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom 4. It is a 2-piece hutch, and this part is detachable, and it is vintage, dating from the 1950s. So I absolutely love this thing, and I love when I get to decorate it for the season. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is going to be a witch's theme. So we are going to deck this out like if it was a witch's station, if it was part of a witch's home. Basically, I kind of wanted to create like, what would you find in a witch's hutch if you visited her home? So I hope that this brings you guys a source of inspiration for your decorating. And of course, as always, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the final look once I reveal it? So let's go ahead and do a quick scan. Let's do a quick scan of all the items that I'm going to be possibly using, because I know that I overbought too much and I know for a fact that it's not all gonna fit. So we're going to be playing around with items, trying to see where to put what. Again, I might make this into a time-lapse video for time's sake, so let's get started. So I have basically 3 little tables set up here, and this is all of the items that I plan to, or that I just took out to see if they will work out in my hutch. There's a lot of new items that I got from either the big box stores like At Home, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, etc. But I also have a lot of pieces from previous years in my collection. So I don't know, again, if all of this will be making it into the hutch, but I am very excited to play around and see what we can come up with for this vintage inspired witch's hutch. And it's going to be a lot of neutrals. As you guys can see, there's not a lot of pops of color. I decided that I really wanted to keep this very neutral, so I'm just so excited to see how this turns out. So let's go ahead and get started with this look. I will be starting from the very top of the hutch. I do like to decorate this top portion, so we are going to work our way from up to the bottom of the hutch, and I am just so excited. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and introduce to you guys Serafina. So I never, I think, shared this with you guys in a haul. I did share it in a Halloween walkthrough. I found this at Burlington's, and it is absolutely amazing. I love the skull on the books. There are potion vials, and she's wearing a witch's hat. So this is Serafina, a witch from Salem. Unfortunately, as you guys can see, she is no longer living, but we are going to create a beautiful and spooky look using all these items. And of course, this is going to be Serafina's witch's station. So she could possibly be a long lost relative. And she has came back to grace us with her presence for spooky season. So we are going to honor her by putting her portrait on the hutch as well. So we have Serafina up there, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through my assortment of pile of items that I have to decorate the hutch. And I'm going to see, I more or less have an idea exactly what I'm going to do up there. I kind of want to honor it as a, not so much, well, I guess you could almost say it almost would look like an altar. You know, just putting a few things that I have in mind already, what I think I want to do. But basically, again, this is like, I'm coming in and looking at this witch's hutch, and I am now a witch or warlock, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm calling myself a witch. But I absolutely am coming in and looking at this hutch, and I'm like, okay, this used to belong to Serafina, a long lost relative, and I am going to be looking at the stuff that she had. So kind of almost like if it was a museum in a way. Kind of think of it like Hocus Pocus, how they turned their home into a museum. Kind of like that, but Anyway, I know those are all details you guys don't have to know, but I love, again, to be very detailed when it comes to my decorating. So that is what I'm kind of keeping in the theme. It's like you have this witch's station, and you can see that she has a portrait of herself. What you normally would have seen, it probably would have been a picture of her when she was actually alive, not dead. But I just thought this was so cool, and I love the idea of putting all of this together. So let me grab up some few goodies, and then we'll go ahead and do a time lapse, again, for time's sake, and we'll get on with the rest of the hutch. Now I have left the top pretty much empty. There are still a lot of things that I want to add to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it simple for now, because again, I have so many goodies that I don't think I'm gonna be able to use everything to display within the 3 spots here of the hutch. So again, we'll just play with it and see what we do. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add a lot more items, but until we do all of the other shelves, then I'll go back and revisit the top. But I absolutely love how everything looks so far with just those 3 pieces, you guys. It looks so cool. I can't wait until it's all complete. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next shelf. I do apologize, you guys, about the view. I know this isn't probably the best angle for the hutch, and my camera keeps zoning in and out, and it's because I have it on cinematic mode. I just love how cinematic mode looks. It makes everything look more clear. So again, I apologize about the angle, but it's the best that I can do. I have a lot of things out in front of me that you guys can't see off on camera, and it's just life, you know, just stuff everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on now. Again, I have like an area or mind of where I want to place things, and again, with decorating, you guys, you know, you can play around with it. Nothing is permanent unless you make it permanent, like if you use something to you know, an adhesive or something like that. But you can always play around with things, try to see where things will look better if you move things up or down. Maybe, you know, work in heights. I always feel like that helps me. And yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have like a potion section, which I think will be more closer to the bottom, because that is where I have my Radon cauldron. And then maybe I'll have like books and skulls and other stuff like that on these other shelves. So again, I'm just gonna play around, see what will look good, and we'll continue on and go from there. I wanted to create my own witch's broom, so I found this old broom stick that my parents had in their home, and they gladly gave it to me. So it was absolutely amazing and perfect for just what I needed. And I was even more thrilled when I found this bunch at Goodwill. You guys, this was $3.99. This looks like it's filler that's used to decorate with, but I don't know if it originally was maybe used for a broom, because it did have that string that had, you know, that was holding it all together. But it was just as easy as that, just pushing in the pole, the broomstick, and voila, we had a witch's broom that was worthy of Serafina and ready to be used on the daily. Hey guys, just checking in. So I'm actually going to move to the bottom last part of the hutch. And the reason behind that is that I'm having such a difficult time trying to determine like what level I want what. I have a level that I want dedicated to like random things. Then I have an area where I want to dedicate it into, like, you know, like the more spiritual side, like the palm reading and all of that sort of stuff, and you know, stuff to do with the stars and astrology. And then I have the bottom section that's going to be totally dedicated to potion making. So I feel like that part, I have so much stuff that I can just put out already, and then I can bounce back and forth with the top shelves putting other stuff. So let's go ahead and actually do a little bit of, you know, random order. We're gonna move down here and then move up. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I will say that this Hutch definitely gave me so much trouble. This specific theme was just really, really hard for me. I don't know why, but I kept playing with so many different things that you guys saw on the whole assortment of items on the table. And I just was having such a difficult time trying to figure out what items to place, but it ultimately paid off. And although I wasn't able to use everything on the table, it still came out amazing. And I will have to say that this is definitely one of my most favorite decorated hutches that I have done. Out of all the themes that I've done in previous years for any holiday, this one really came out the best in my opinion. I absolutely love how it all looks, and you guys will have to wait and see for the final look. This cauldron was an estate sale find that I found last year. It was absolutely amazing. I got it for super cheap, and this was just the perfect added touch to have next to the hutch and the broom as well, which I will add to it right there. This broom, you guys, absolutely loved how this came out, and I can't believe that I only spent $3.99 to make this. You guys can do it too. You can decorate within a budget. That is the end of the decorating, you guys. Thank you so much for staying this long if you have. I hope that this hutch brought you guys a source of inspiration when decorating. I will say that it was a lot harder than I expected. I kind of had ideas in my head of how I wanted to level each part of the hutch, but when I actually started putting things on, I wasn't liking some of the ways that things were looking. And again, when it comes to decorating, you can't go wrong with moving things all around until you find the perfect spot. So I love how this turned out. I will go ahead and share a final look with you guys and also share how it looks at night. Once it gets darker, you will see how it looks with all of the illuminated parts. I added some candles, some battery operated candles that you guys did not see off camera, so that way you can see how it looks all lit up at night as well. So I am super excited. I absolutely loved how it came out. I didn't use up everything, but there were still a lot of things that are left over, and I'm just so happy with how it came out. I love how the top came out too. It was unexpected. I was thinking of putting the skulls there, but then I remembered that I got the candle. So then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can make both of them work and make it look awesome, which I absolutely love how it came out, you guys. So again, I hope that this brings you a source of inspiration. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this entire decorate with me for my witch's hutch for this season for Halloween of 2023. And I love it. It's so cool. I really do enjoy it. This is so much fun, and that's ultimately That is what all it is about, you guys, is not making it perfect, not making it, 100% to the T. Just do it, have fun, enjoy the process, and just, again, have fun. That's really the most important thing, is that you enjoy what you did, and it doesn't matter what people say. Just do what you do. People will always say that it either looks too crowded, it looks like it's too much, it doesn't combine well, it doesn't go with a specific theme. It does not matter. Just do what you do, because at the end of the day, it's yours and you should be exactly how you want it to be. So again, this is Daniel from Golden Finds, wishing you guys a wonderful, spectacular day whenever you are watching this. And until the next adventure, bye. This is the final walkthrough of the entire hutch. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you got a source of inspiration for your decorating needs for any holiday season. I hope that you guys enjoyed the walkthrough, and let me know in the comments below, what did you guys ultimately think of my witch's hutch, and make sure to stay tuned until the end. I do have footage of how it looks like when it's all in the dark with all of the candles and everything lit up on it. I will say that this is absolutely my most favorite so far of the Halloween season, and I just really, really love how everything came together with all the neutral pieces and just a few small touches of color here and there. And I just really, really love everything about this, you guys. This will definitely have to be my most favorite decorated area so far for Halloween of 2023. But I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this series. This actually concludes all of my decorating for the Halloween season for 2023. Make sure that you guys check out the other videos that I have on the playlist, which features all of my decorating for 2023 of our home. And I do hope again that they bring you a source of inspiration and gives you guys ideas on how to decorate your own home for the holiday season. So until next time, you guys, thank you so much for all your love and support. And again, I do hope that you truly enjoyed this video. Until the next one, bye.
you.